Marcellus, is Kevin Durant the best player in the NBA when healthy?
Yes, and it's by far when healthy. Now, the problem is, damn, Broussard, your face. Just because he hasn't been healthy long enough and because of the transition from team to team and everyone want to say he made a punk move and stuff like that has really taken us away from just the pure focus on how he impacts the game. Okay, so this is the best player with the greatest skill set today's game has seen. Just be real about it. The dude had a 2-for-1 access buddy pass in the talent line when God was saying, let me give out some of these talents. Let me give you height. I'm going to make you a 7-footer. Let me give you some of these handles. And let me give you the agility. And more so, a skill set that nobody else in the NBA possesses. He is purely built to play the game of basketball at the highest level. Now, I know there may be pushback. Everyone in their mind is thinking, LeBron James. And I say, yeah. But think about this. LeBron James looks like a tank. If you ever seen LeBron James, you would actually go to that place. Watching LeBron James, you would say the same damn thing. Get out the way. But there are two places, if I'm a defender on LeBron James, where I start to grow in confidence. With KD, there's not a single place on that court where I grow in confidence. I give it to you like this. LeBron James wants to go down the lane. You say, okay, hack LeBron, send him to the free throw line. Oh, I feel a little better. Or LeBron James is sitting there dribbling as the point guard. And all of a sudden, I say, let's push LeBron James further and further away from the basket. The further you push him away, the more confidence you grow in as a defender. Now, let's talk about Kevin Durant, damn it. Where on the court you going to put Kevin Durant and think that you have an advantage, more confidence on him? Oh, try to put him on the block. Kevin Durant just going to turn around. He's not even going to jump. He's just going to shoot over you on the block. Don't think that wiry frame is not built for going down in the paint. The further you push him away, the more he grows in confidence rather than you. He is purely built for this sport, and he has the greatest impact, including on the other end with a 7-foot presence. Ask the Golden State Warriors about that when he showed his defensive prowess when they won their championships. All that adds up to LeBron James is right there. But Kevin Durant looks down at LeBron James, says, welcome to the heavens.
There's no way you mean that. There's no way you dared utter your lips to say that Kevin Durant looks down on LeBron. The only way Kevin Durant looks down on LeBron
taller. Yes, he does.
stature alone.
He's literally taller.
That's literally a stature alone.
I meant it then. Damn it.
Sale.
Yeah, what?
The problem is in society, CB, let me tell you the mistake Sale made, and it's not his fault.
Oh,
we don't interpret words very well. See, because you read, is Kevin Durant the best player in the NBA when healthy? And you translated that to, is Kevin Durant the best scorer in the NBA when healthy? If you're going to say, is he the best scorer in the NBA when healthy, I'll say absolutely he's the best scorer in the NBA when healthy. But as far as player, it's not just about getting buckets. Are you getting other guys' buckets? When you're talking player, last I checked, you got to play both ends of the floor. That's offensively and defensively. Now, if you just want to talk about contributing to scoring points, then LeBron James actually does that at a higher clip than Kevin Durant. Because when you talk about points scored plus points assisted on, because the world isn't selfish, nor is the NBA, then LeBron James actually scores and assists on 44 points a game to Kevin Durant's 40 points a game. Now, while KD outscores LeBron 28 points a game to 25 points a game, it ain't just about scoring, Sal. But the bigger picture is,
I said defense.
Being a best player has to do with defense. So you telling me, and really I'm telling you, that LeBron James contributes to more of his team's points on the offensive end of the floor, but then LeBron James also contributes to the second best defensive team as far as efficiency in the NBA. So LeBron James contributes more offensively than KD, and LeBron James contributes more defensively than KD. Then how in God's name did you add 2 and 2 together and get 6.5? Marcellus Wiley. Kevin Durant does not look down on LeBron James in any way, shape, or form outside of stature, because when it comes to basketball play, not scoring alone, basketball play, LeBron James is the undisputed GOAT.
Oh. Well, I know he's a GOAT.
Well, I guess I'm the tiebreaker, and let me start by saying this. Marcellus, that was good TV. It was false, but it was good TV. All right?
Stop it.
I'm with Acho, and he made the point very well. And you talked about, well, LeBron, you just fouled him, sending him a line. Who's done that? Who's figured out the formula to stopping LeBron James? That's like saying, you know what? David Robinson. He can pass. He's more athletic. He's got more moves than Shaq. With Shaq, you just force him out and make him shoot a jumper. Okay, who was able to do that? All right, Shaq had more impact. LeBron has more impact. So LeBron still is the best player in the world in my book. I'm going to throw out 3 guys, though, that I think now have an argument with Durant. And before the season, I was LeBron 1, Durant 2, clear. Now, I think there are a few guys that can battle KD, and we'll see how the postseason goes. Maybe LeBron for that top stop. Number 1, Joel Embiid. Number 1, he rebounds better than Durant. He defends better than Durant. He's one of the best defenders in the league. And his mid-range game, I'm not saying he's Kevin Durant, like he said the other day, but his mid-range game is butter. He's shooting 47% on mid-range pull-up jumpers just like KD. All right? And then he's got something KD doesn't have, that dominant post game where he's getting to the line almost 12 times a game. So I think you got to throw Joel Embiid in there. Let me go to somebody else. Kawhi Leonard. I got to throw Kawhi in the discussion now. Offensively, defensively he's better than KD. Offensively, we know he's a mid-range assassin. So playmaking skills about the same. The last guy I'm going to throw in this level, James Harden. Yes. It now has to become a discussion. Who's the best player right now? Harden or Durant? Because Harden can score just as well as KD. He's actually scored more when he had his own team. All right. But he also is a more versatile offensive player because he can play point guard like anybody this side of Magic Johnson. I mean, he can really be a true point guard and playmaker and lead the league in assists one game, and then the next night you need him to drop 41, and he'll do it. I mean, that dude is awesome, and when you look at the Nets, the proof is in the numbers. With Kevin Durant and no James Harden, the Nets are 7-6, 53% winning percentage. With James Harden and no Kevin Durant, the Nets are 20-5, 80% winning percentage. I'm just saying.
He on to something.
You just saying
something.
Let me just start like you started on me. Chris Broussard. That was bad TV. I'm going to tell you why that was bad TV. Because you went up there and said, James Harden, he's just awesome, dude. I don't want to hear how awesome he is. And look, we're splitting hairs with the A++ players of the league.
Of course.
Minus Joel Embiid. Right. I don't know how the hell he got in this conversation, but go ahead. He doesn't play.
Really?
Well, I mean, look. If we're going to take small sample sizes and just want to extract everything out of it, yeah, Joel Embiid. But we need to see some meaningful games from Joel Embiid in the playoffs consistently before we put him in the rare air with LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and even James Harden, who has played well of late in the playoffs but just doesn't have the crown on his head just yet. But wait for this year. We'll see. And obviously,
but why has KD got the crown, Marcellus?
Why
does KD have the crown? I bet you if I put Harden in Golden State, I bet you if I put Harden in Golden State the last 3 years instead of KD, they win at least 2.
Well, he went to a team that won a championship.
I bet you.
And then they won 2 with him, and he became the best player on that team, showing that he wasn't just there riding the waves, he was making waves, because Steph Curry had to take a back seat to him. I digress. How did LeBron James get his first championship? He went to a championship organization that just won a few years before with Dwayne Wade and said, let me make a big 3. Don't you do this because you know you're not going to do it by yourself in the NBA. That said, first of all, let me clear the decks. LeBron James is the GOAT. I love me some Michael Jordan. He's right there. If you want to argue that, fine. I'm walking out the barbershop. I'm not mad at you. I'm just not going to waste my breath. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, I get it. That's the GOAT to me. Now, when you talk about the best player right now, and that's considering health, that's considering, obviously, age. That's considering all factors of the game. Kevin Durant, if we went somewhere right now and had to have a draft, I told you the story before. Wake up. I told you the story before about Max Kellerman, my dog, who said, boxing critics get it wrong so many times, especially boxing judges. They'll watch around and sit there and argue, oh, who won that round? Who won that round? And Max broke it down this simple. He said, who would you rather be in the ring? That's who won that round. So right now, I'm going to Venice Beach with y'all. CB, fly from New York out here to LA. Let's go to Venice Beach. We got a draft right now. You got Embiid, you got Harden, you got LeBron, and you got KD. Right. I dare you to pick anybody before KD because my team gonna whoop y'all
You picking Bron. How you picking Bron? Because Bron is the major.
Who guarding KD? Who guarding KD?
LeBron if he wants to.
Boy, stop.
He is the
Bron.
You've seen it, Sal.
No.
Historically, you have seen it.
You see that.
Dog.
Who won?
Wherever LeBron goes, LeBron wins. KD had to go to a specific destination.
And so did LeBron. And so did LeBron.
LeBron went to LA, he won. He went to Cleveland, he won. He went to Miami, he won. LeBron doesn't win.
Did he win in LA without AD? Did he win in LA without AD and traded away the farm to get him? Did he? Did he go to Miami?
KD had to play with the greatest warrior of all time.
And became greater than him. And became greater than him like that.
I'm not arguing with this
Marcellus.
man.
Yes, sir. I'm respecting y'all.
KD, I'll give you. He was the best player on those Golden State teams.
Damn right he was.
But Steph was the most important player.
Oh, God.
It was Steph's team.
Back of the class comment is that.
Steph was the most, and they won at a high level without KD.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, KD had talent. You act like he was playing with
Miami won without LeBron. Miami won without LeBron. What you mean? What we doing here?
They had Shaq. They had Shaq.
They had to wait. Dog, we gonna do the same thing. That is a lateral argument. We're not going anywhere.
It's not a lateral argument. So first off, the Miami team that won without LeBron won 5 years prior. The Golden State team that won without KD won 2 years prior and went 1 year prior. Here's the difference. Here's the difference, CB. Let me set my dog straight. You know, this is my dog, Marcellus. I got to speak to him respectfully. I can't raise my voice.
I love you too.
The Golden State team beat LeBron without KD. So the fact that they already beat LeBron without KD means they accomplished what KD accomplished prior to KD arriving on the scene. So the greatest thing KD has ever accomplished, beating LeBron James in the finals, they already accomplished without KD.
CB.
So KD's biggest chip, somebody already did without him there.
CB knows this better than us. CB, you have daughters in college or just graduated from college, correct? Yeah, I'm hot too. Yeah, all right. So you know about the new grading scale, because I grew up with a 4.0 as a grading scale. And then you start hearing these new kids talk about, well, I got a 4.4, I got a 4.5. And you're like, what the hell is that? And they're like, well, you know, I'm taking college courses and APs and all that. You know what the Golden State Warriors were getting before KD? A 4.0. And then KD showed up and said, oh, we gonna turn this into a 4.4, 4.5. They made it where it was not even a contest. And y'all not gonna give Kevin Durant that compliment of him bumping that team up? That's the only thing. No shots at Kevin Durant like that when he joins a great team. Because when LeBron joins a great team, he expects the same thing as Kevin Durant. Why y'all focus on me?
Here's the thing, though, Marcellus.
CB.
You look. I could have taken Bradley Beal and exchanged him for Kevin Durant, and the same thing would have happened. James Harden, the same thing would have happened. Outplaying LeBron in the finals when you when the defense has to worry about Steph and Clay and Draymond.
Were they gonna win it again?
On, man.
Were they gonna go
again? I'm not trying to diss KD. I'm just saying.
Where was the arrow pointing at that moment when Kevin Durant?
They were doubling. They were game planning for Steph, Marcellus.
Where was the arrow point before KD got there? Up or down? Down. That's why he went there. Second of all, what did LeBron do without AD in LA?
Bruh, you have
need
a
help,
one-year
everybody.
sample size.
Get hurt.
You have a 1 year sample size of LeBron James in LA without AD.
As long as I got a sample size.
1 year sample size. You can't extrapolate from a 1 year sample size and start talking about what ifs and what ifs. CB, you hit the nail on the head, big dog. You could exchange KD with probably about 15 players in the NBA, and Golden State would have done the same thing. So that tells me it wasn't all that impressive.
Damn, I can't wait for y'all to draft somebody else other than KD.